What's going on, guys, and welcome to Forza Motorsport 7. Today we're going to be looking at the January 2018 car pack, which is the Totino's car pack. This adds 7 new cars to the game. Like we usually do, we're going to be looking at all 7 cars, giving my thoughts on each one in the pack. We start off with the BMW M4. No, sorry, it's not a BMW M4, it's a BMW number 24 BMW Team RLL M6 GTLM. A massive name, but basically it's a BMW M6 GTLM car. And I think it's alright. I personally prefer getting road cars and things like that, because you can do some crazy things with them, and all around I just think they're a bit more interesting than race cars, especially for Forza, the Forza series. But you know, having some race cars is good as well, and if I was going to pick a race car to have, it would be something like this. I like the road race cars, you know, the race cars that are based on road cars. So I think this is a nice addition. It's not the most interesting car, I don't think, but it's nice to have it. Next up we have the Citroen 2CV. Now, this is an interesting car to have. If you don't know, Top Gear used to say that this was a really crappy car, and it is. However, we've never really had it in Forza. Well, now we've got it, and that is great. It's cool just to have such a silly car. I love having the silly cars because you can do crazy things with them. Now, from standard, this thing is right at the bottom of E-Class, so it's not very quick, but you know, you put some upgrades in it and this thing is going to be ridiculous, and I just think it's a really funny car to have in the game. It's always cool to have those funny cars in each pack, and this is definitely one of those funny cars for this pack. Next up we have the Lotus Elise GT1. Now, I'm not sure if this is a road car or if this is a race car. It kind of looks like a road going race car to me, but I'm not really sure. I don't really know anything about it. It's basically a Lotus Elise with a big wing on it. It looks a bit bigger than a Lotus Elise as well. It looks a bit longer, a bit wider. I mean, you can tell it's got like some kind of weird body kit on it. So I don't really know what's going on there, but it's some kind of Lotus Elise race car. I suppose if it's called a GT1, maybe it's in the GT1 class. It doesn't really feel as quick as a GT1 car, but I don't know. It's okay. It's a pretty nice car. It drives pretty nice. You know, it's kind of what you expect from a Lotus. However, not amazingly interesting. Next up, we have the Nissen R380 II or R382. This is another race car, a more classic race car. This one, and I think it's alright. Once again, it's a car that I don't really know anything about. It kind of looks a bit like a Ferrari, to be honest. I actually, when I first saw it, I thought, oh, is that a new Ferrari? But no, it's a Nissen, and it's like, oh, okay, I didn't know that. But it's a fairly old car. I can't remember the year exactly, but it's a fairly old car, and it's okay. It's nothing. Once again, it's nothing too crazy. It's another race car that I don't really care for. I probably won't use it that much, but I suppose it's nice to have it in the game. Next up, the Porsche 911 Turbo S Light bar. I don't know how to say that. It's like a German word or something. It's a Porsche 911 Turbo S, basically. Nice to have it in the game, I suppose. I mean, we have quite a few 911 Turbos in the game already, so I don't think it's that revolutionary. However, you know, I do like my Porsches. I do like the 911. The old ones are really nice, so it's cool to have another one. Once again, this is a road car. I believe it's somewhere in A class, so you can probably do some pretty crazy things with it, stick a bunch of power in it, make it crazy. So because of that, it's pretty interesting. Yeah, Porsche 911. Now the next car is the Subaru 360. Now you'll see with the replays, this has some issues with replays. For some reason, when you look at the back of the car, that it shows a big box, a big black box just keeps flashing. So I had to, for the rest of this, I have to show you the interior view. I don't know what's going on there. I don't know if that's just an issue with my replays on this one, or if it's a thing with this car, but yeah, very strange. But basically this is another E-Class, right at the bottom of E-Class, little micro hot hatch thing, and it's okay. I mean, this doesn't interest me in the same way the 2CV does, because the 2CV is just known. It's a very known car. I don't really know this car at all. So yeah, it's nice to have it, but I don't really know it that much. And then finally we have the Volkswagen Type 3 1600L. Once again, this is another E-Class car, this one being quite a bit further up E-Class though. And it's another car that I just don't really know. You know, it's not a car that I think's very memorable. I just don't think it's a particularly interesting car altogether. And yeah, I mean, if you know this car, then I suppose you'll be interested to see it. But personally, for me, it doesn't interest me that much because I've never heard of the car before, and it's just another kind of silly classic car that we can do some silly stuff with. So not to complain, exactly, but it's not exactly the most amazing. But anyway, that is the Totino's car pack for Forza Motorsport 7. I think this car pack was better than the last one. The last one was pretty crap, but still not a great car pack. I don't think it beats out the original car pack we had. You know, the BMW's okay. The 2CV is probably the highlight of the pack for me, just being pretty cool. Then we have the Lotus Elise, which is okay. The Nissen, which is okay. The 911, which I quite like. The Subaru's pretty good if you want to have another car to go crazy with, and same with the Volkswagen really. I think it's really the 2CV that stands out in this pack. Everything else is just kind of alright. I don't think there's anything crap in this pack. It's just kind of all alright. But anyway, that's going to be it for this video, guys. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed, please go ahead and like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.